Today we're making pancakes. I'm starting off with 135 grams of plain all-purpose flour, then add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, followed by 2 tablespoons of sugar and a crank of salt. You can put this to the side. In a separate bowl, pour 130 milliliters of milk. Then crack an egg into that same bowl. Wow, look at that egg, such a good egg. Now I'm grabbing my big whisk and I'm going to give it a mix just to break up the egg yolk. In a separate bowl, I have 2 tablespoons of melted butter. While continuing to whisk, I'm going to pour in this melted butter. And we're going to continue to whisk so all the ingredients get incorporated together. So this is the wet ingredients done. Now we're going to go back and grab our dry ingredients and we're going to grab our sift and we're going to sift it into a separate bowl away from the wet ingredients, okay? Sifting is going to help us get rid of any big lumps of flour while making the pancake lighter and airier. We don't have to do this, but it does help a lot. Now in a big bowl, we're going to take the wet and the dry ingredients and we're going to mix. Personally, I add a little at a time as it allows me to get the consistency I want. But I was using a smaller bowl in the video. So now that everything's a nice thick and smooth consistency, I'm going to go over to my hob. I've got my light on a medium-low heat and I'm using vegetable oil as my choice. I used a bit too much oil, so I got a paper towel and spread it around the pan. Then I got a little butter and spread it around the pan. After my pan's come to heat with the oil and the butter, I'm going to add a ladle full of my pancake batter. Eventually, after a few minutes, maybe like 2-3 minutes, bubbles are going to appear. This is a sign that the pancake's ready to flip. But look at that middle though, it's nice, it's golden. You should know, even though it's the first pancake, these are going to be great. Store these pancakes now on a dry warm plate and place in a warm microwave or oven. Normally I would add a bit more oil to this pan, but I did use quite a bit at the start, as you can see the excess. So I'm going to rinse and repeat like I did for the before pancake, okay? Making sure that the pan is at an optimal heat. Some things to remember when making these pancakes: if you smell burning, turn your heat down. There's nothing worse than a burnt, bitter pancake, okay? Don't try to spread the batter. The power of gravity will spread it across the pan. If you do spread it, it's going to stick to your utensil. You can guess what's going to happen next. You're just going to have a messy, uneven pancake. My final tip: if you didn't add oil like me and you fear your pancakes sticking, give your pan a little shake. I used a non-stick pan, so I was all good. You should definitely use a non-stick pan as well. So now you know these pancakes are done, they're looking amazing, and we're going to garnish them with whatever we want. I use golden syrup and some butter. These pancakes are amazingly fluffy and I guarantee they'll put a smile on your face. So guys, first video, subscribe, like, comment, let's talk what should I make next.